Let's do a test. Let's see if the bike will start on one side only. See you, Harry. So it did, and there was less smoke, of course. Let's see if the opposite will work. That will tell us if both sides are functioning well, you know? Yeah, less smoke. You know what it is? It's going to be the foul stem oil seals, because when you start it up, it's not smoking immediately. So it waits for the oil to circulate, I think. Let's pop this plug, see if it gives us any indication of anything going on. Oh, it's black. Look at that. I don't know, can you see it? That is, wow. That's super black. Let me clean that up, throw it back in. I'm not saying that's the fix. I just want to clean it up, put it back in, and then I'll check the other side. Can you see it? I'm not sure you can. I mean, that is black. I'm going to switch them around just for no reason, really, because I can. Actually, they're going to be black. Did I clean them after fixing the choke? No, that's quite white, that's quite lean. What would be interesting here is if the issue switched to the top exhaust. I mean, it's extremely unlikely. It's unlikely that a bad spark plug would cause that issue. I mean, it wouldn't really. So again, no smoke on immediate startup, and as it warms, we should see more and more. That would be a foul stem oil seal. Revs went up again there. I think I'm going to see if I can remove these carbs. I've just noticed something. Now I'm going to be in here anyway, so it doesn't matter, we'll find out. But here's the choke mechanism, right? So you can see one plunger over there and one plunger here. Let me try and get the aim. Right, there's a plunger over there and a plunger here. So if I pull the choke lever now, right above my head, so look, the far back one is plunging, yes? And then the front one is moving a little bit, but it's not doing anything. There's a risk that this plunger is not seated down fully. I mean, I can mess with all the adjustments when this is all off, but at the moment it may not be fully down, which means this side may be running on choke, and that would explain the smoke, and it would explain the fluctuation in revs as well. I mean, it would probably run worse than this though. It was also very dark, wasn't it, the spark plug? Alright, so that's worth having a look at. at this stage. I'm just going to undo this bolt here and this bolt here, just to see if I can get some movement out of the airbox. If I can get some movement out of it, I should be able to slide the carbs off on the other side, and then I'm going to decide whether I want to pop the throttle or not, or just mess with it. I'll probably take the throttle cables off actually, so I can really go and sit down and have a good look. Right, got the carbs off. So loose. It's very clean in here, like shockingly clean. Pieces here that are not quite right. Look at the air fuel. That's a big fatter one. It's a wider one. It looks like it's not the correct one. It looks nothing like that one. It looks like someone's forced it in even. So there's a big risk that that's not correct. I don't even know if I could get that out. I want to see how this one's seated, what it's doing, how far in is it, how far out is it. And then I might need to try and put a slit in this to get a small flathead in to get it out, because it's not right. You know, if it's not right, it's not right. So yeah, I'm a bit screwed here. Everything else looks stupidly clean. It looks like they're all brand new and they've been put in recently. And I wouldn't be compared to these, look. So let me see what's going on with that. It's minus one out here, guys. It's freezing. We're kind of screwed with that extra air fuel screw being the way it is. There really is nothing you can do. The bike runs and rides well enough for me to not worry too much about it, even with the slight fluctuation. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to run the carb tune. I'm going to throw these back on and run the carb tune. When I run the carb tune, I'm going to adjust the one that I can adjust to match the other one. The carb sync looks spot on, so I'd be surprised if it needs any syncing, but we probably need the air fuel to sync up. So you wouldn't be able to do this if you weren't sure your carbs were synced already. These are synced pretty good, so I'm not too worried about that. So I'm going to see if there's slight difference in the idle, and then I'm going to adjust the air fuel screw to neaten it up a touch. It'll be half a turn or somewhere, if that. So let me get these back in. It's a very tight area. It's a bit of a faff. I've just checked all of the rubbers, the intakes, all of the boots. There's nothing there to show that there's any air leaks, so I don't think there's going to be any air leaks. I think this will be okay, really. The idle jets were clogged there. They were clogged. They weren't as clean as they should have been. They're very, very, very small. And even my smallest carb cleaning tool wouldn't go in. It wouldn't go through it. So that shows you how small they are. What you could do is leave it in that solution overnight, and it would kind of disintegrate anything inside there. It was a mixture of fuel and brake cleaner, so it would just melt away any crap. But I'm fairly confident that with fresh fuel it'll be fine, and whoever ends up with this bike, I would just be running some high octane for a couple of tanks just to help clean it all out. Not that it necessarily needs it. It's never going to be a perfect bike anymore, guys. It's going to be an okay on the road riding bike. If you get a year or two out of it, you're doing well. So look at the carb tune. No throttle is hooked up. So we're looking at the middle two, they're the only two connected. Let's see how balanced we are from the go, really. Just need to fill up the carbs. quite far out. This one was higher. That could be balanced, or it could be the air fuel. Let me have a play. It's quite hard to get in there. I think I have to take the tank off and run it without the tank, so I think that's a job for tomorrow. Yeah, so I can't do anything with the air fuel screws, sadly. I can just tune them as best as I can, one of them. The other one doesn't do anything. And then I need to balance the carbs because they are slightly off using the balancing screw. So the balance alone could sort out the fluctuation. Actually, it would at least better it. It should be less prominent actually if I do that. So I think that's the task for tomorrow. I'll bring up some fuel in a container. I'll run this system on a container, and I'll balance it. Yeah, using a separate drip system, just as a one-off tomorrow. So I don't know how much I achieved today actually, considering I'm under the weather and it's -1. Carb clean might have helped. I mean, the bike ran well before that anyway on its test run. So hopefully all these little bits are doing something. Ultimately, it is smoking after a little while of running. So I do think there's something about valve stem oil seals there. I'm going to let it run for a couple of minutes now, let it idle for a couple of minutes. We're just going to keep an eye on the smoke, and then I'll start it again in the morning, and we'll see if how long it runs for without smoking. Spitting out oil a little bit, look on the floor. But I think that's the top one. It could be rainwater to be fair, but still I think them exhausts need to come off, and I need to kind of drip them and see if there's anything in them. Bike sounds better there actually, yeah. Look, there you go, slight fluctuation in revs, no one near it. The throttle isn't even attached. No air leaks, guys, no air leaks, because I've been spraying, you just saw me spray. Okay, so for tomorrow, balance the carbs, make sure they're balanced well. That should be just a small turn. That's using the balancing screw, not the air fuel. take it for a quick run tomorrow after balancing it, making sure it's still running well, because it was running well anyway this morning. Come back, I think take the exhaust off. Take the exhaust off, let it sit all week on end, let anything that might be in there drip through. I might even put some brake cleaner through there and see if it seeps down. Or, I mean, it's probably a terrible idea, it's going to smoke out big time, but I need to do something. I have a feeling that there's bits of oil in there, and like a puddle, and I would need it to drain out. So tomorrow, get some fuel in a tank, run a separate tank, balance the carbs, connect all the carbs back up, see if the fluctuation has stopped or bettered a touch, and take the exhaust off, let it pull it upright, let it drip, whatever's going on in there, let it drip out. It could be rainwater, it could be pure oil, could be anything. Valve stem oil seals would again kind of, it's water, slightly oily water, maybe slightly oily water. So yeah, I don't know really, but yeah, let's try and get them drained and see what's going on in there, I guess. It wouldn't hurt on a warm day to pop the valves, just make sure they're adjusted properly. That would help. And I don't really want to go down to the valve stem oil seals. I doubt I'd be able to find them, as in buy some. I don't know.